everyone, and welcome listeners to The Great British Respawn, the podcast where YouTube gamers get the microphone, the spotlight, and if they behave, the metaphorical biscuits. I'm your host, Ahmed Annie, and we're exploring behind the scenes of the strange and wonderful world of some of your favourite gaming content creators. So get your headphones sitting comfortably, and we will begin. As we meet a creator today who's known for delivering an impressively wide array of gaming content, from RPG adventures to survival sagas, it's MyKillangelo. Welcome.
Thank you.
We are sitting here in a lovely little shack on Centre Pond for our interview, a room with a view behind us as the sun is rising, and we're going to launch straight into it. And I'm going to ask you the first question: what possessed you to start a YouTube channel?
You know, I've watched Game Edged and like Co-Carnage play, and I'm like, I would like to be able to do that and possibly see if I can make a living. But it was not easy for me because I'm an introvert. So it took me months and months to get enough courage to even start. Yeah, I was just hoping I can make money.
Yeah, that's really weird because it's surprising the number of people who would say they were introverts or whatever who have then gone on and had a YouTube channel, and you think you think the two things wouldn't go together.
Oh, I still get nervous when I go stream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you stream a lot.
Yeah, I kind of changed what I'm doing on my channel. I'm trying all streaming instead of doing videos.
Right.
I'm busy. I got about 10 hours of my day every day I work for my job.
Wow.
So when I have to edit videos and stuff, it takes even more of my time. Streaming doesn't. When
you started out, did you think that, people would watch? I know you said you hoped that you'd be able to make a living out of it. Did you think it might work?
That was my hopes it would. Realistically, I didn't think so. No. So when I started, when I hit my first 1,000, I was just surprised. I was able to get monetized that people would watch, really. Because I'm not very, I wouldn't say, it's an exciting person. I'm more relaxed.
Well, I mean, we need a variety out there. And as I said to you before, you were one of the first people that I remember watching, and certainly the first person my husband watched play Subsistence. He's like, we've got to check this guy out. He's doing these really cool builds. And that's how I got into watching you. But do you remember what your first video was, the first one you put up?
Stranded Deep.
Yeah?
Yep, it was Stranded Deep.
So did you start it as a series? It was Stranded Deep, and then you just went through that? Or did you only have one game on the channel then to start off? You just started with one game to see what happened?
Yeah, I started with Stranded Deep. I don't remember what I played second, but not too long after that, I started Subsistence.
Had you played it before you had a channel, or was it new to you when you started doing this?
It was new. I started watching like Game Edge and stuff. I've never played a survival game in my life. And so I kind of looked like they were having, it looked like it was kind of fun. So I decided I'll give it a try. And it seems a type of game that you can, like survival games are a type of game you could talk and like as you go, it's kind of explaining what you're doing.
Yes.
Compared to like RPGs. I love RPG games. Not as easy to talk throughout the game because there's not much to explain.
You're too busy trying not to die.
Yeah.
So what's the setup that you've got there? Have you, because how many years have you been doing this now?
I think I just hit 6 last month.
Wow. So your setup's probably changed, I would have thought.
Yeah, right now I currently have 4 monitors.
Wow.
I have the Go XLR Mini, then I have the Stream Deck. Yeah, I had dual PC.
That's quite a lot of processing power that you've got there then for it.
Yeah.
I suppose it's streaming smooth as well as playing these sorts of games.
Yeah, I tried. That's why I did the dual one, because trying to play some of these, I'm going to say, more powerful games to play.
Yeah.
Streaming and trying to have streaming it and record it and everything on the same PC just didn't work.
And how do you choose the games now that you put onto the channel?
Really, I just find what I like. I like a lot of different games, so I just find what I like. My wish list on Steam is like, I cut it down some. So it used to be like 700 and some games. And I find something that just seems interesting to me that I'm like, I'm going to give this a try. Sometimes when I did my videos, a new game came out, new survival game came out, and I'm like, hurry up and try to give this one out and see what it's like. So
because you do a lot of the first looks, don't you? And when the demo fest comes out and things like that.
Yep. Oh yeah, Stream Next Fest. I usually had about 20 games that I were interested in during Stream Next Fests.
Oh, that's good. That's normally when I work out what I want to play, is whenever that's on, I come and watch you, because you're nearly always looking at least some of the ones that had kind of caught my eye. And so I wait to see what you think of them before I decide to get the demo myself. So thank you for that.
I like being the guinea pig.
What do you think about either underrated or overrated games? You know, something that either everybody else raves about and you just cannot see the appeal and you've tried it and you just think no, or the opposite, ones that really you don't understand why they don't get more traction than they do.
Well, overrated games, I guess Encased is one that has good reviews. People like it. I just didn't have much fun playing it.
Yeah.
If you don't know what, it's just a CRPG.
Right.
So underrated game. There's so many of them. So many. Because I'm an old school gamer, so I'm used to being games not having much. So if I had to pick one right off the top of my head, Aska.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I really like Aska. But there are so many different ones. But that one sticks out because I had a lot of fun with that.
Have you made a video yourself, one that sticks out for you that flopped? You've put a video out and you actually thought, you know what, this is going to be good, and it just flopped, and you've never. You're just like, why did nobody watch this one? What was wrong with it?
There's so many.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Oh no, there's quite a few. I mean, there's so many. I mean, Aska would have been one. Something surprising would have been Forest. I have one video out of the middle of it that did well. Most people didn't watch it. I'll do them for a while, and if people don't watch it, I kind of switch to a different game, try that out. But yeah, there's a lot. I
think when you are trying to consciously have it as an income stream, you do have to, a lot of people say, oh, just play the game that you want. And yeah, that's great up to a point. But if you're serious about it providing some form of an income, then you can't continue to play things that people aren't going to watch, Yeah. Have you had any rage quit moments, either from doing YouTube or just within a game, the ones where you just nearly walked away from a game and never went back?
Well, I don't rage quit. I get frustrated. I do that. I will. I'll start swearing and stuff if I start getting frustrated, like I did with Expedition 33 and stuff. I haven't really raged quit. There's 2 games I think that I've never actually has an ending that never finished because I just couldn't do it. Just the way they had it set up, it was so bad. I just couldn't do it. But no, I don't usually get mad enough to rage quit.
And what were those ones that you didn't finish?
Oh boy. One was Redfall.
Okay.
It's like a zombie or a vampire shooter one. It was just bad all around. Lamplighters League, I think, was the other one. That was a turn-based tactical game, but then also you had timeline, or not time, but a time frame. You had to get stuff done.
Oh, I see. Yep.
So a game that you're supposed to take your time, tactically figure everything out, you have a time limit for you, and I don't like that.
You do actually play quite a wide variety of games, don't you? I mean, I know you said about survival, but yes. I wouldn't actually put you in a niche.
No, I'd be more variety. It used to be like almost all survival games, and then I'm like, you know what? I've loved so many different types of games. Because really, RPGs are my favorite kind of games, like Skyrim. Yeah, those are my favorite type of games. Good. If you have a good story, RPG, you can explore. I'm lost in it. But survival games, I like it where some of them you got to test your skills out, and then you can build. As you mentioned earlier, neat builds. I try to find ways to manipulate what few building resources we have. Yeah, subsistence to try to make something different.
Yes, that is a particular challenge for this game, isn't it? Because there's not a huge variety of pieces. Yeah. And if you wanted to do something different, you have to be quite inventive. Yeah, and that's what I always liked about your subsistence ones as well. Talking as a content creator, what can you think of? What's the weirdest comment maybe that you've had?
I had one mention that listening to me play was their ASMR. All I got was that I put him to sleep.
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's obviously just your tone,
Somebody said that, and I'm like, what? I mentioned it to my wife, and she just laughed.
Yeah, you never quite know how to respond to that, do you? No. How do you respond to ones like that? Sometimes I just click the like and the heart, and you don't leave a comment or just a smiley face because I don't know how I'm meant to take that and how you expect me to respond.
I just said thank you. I liked it and stuff, and I just like thank you. I'm like, I don't even know what to say.
What I wanted to know is behind the scenes, other than sort of your wife or whatever, maybe an immediate family, anybody you live with, but do people know what you do? I know you said you've got a full-time job. Do people generally know that you've also got this, or is it your secret, your Clark Kent secret?
Most people know. Most people know that I do stream. I mean, do we even watch? No, most of the people I work with are into cars, not video games. But they know I spend like a third of my day on doing stuff for my channel.
When do you sleep? You're doing 10 hours at work and then you're doing that. When do you sleep? Do you sleep?
On average, I probably go to bed 12:31 at night and get up at 7 for work.
And do you get to see your wife at any point during your day?
Well, when I wake up, I see her.
When you go to bed, you see her?
Oh, because it's dark out. It's when you eat, when I come home and eat. And then like normally on weekends, Sunday night I stream, but Saturday I try not to do anything for my channel. So I just kind of hang out with her all day Saturday and all day Sunday.
Yeah. So I was going to say, do you have some sort of protected time that is like, well, I'm not going to be sidetracked, and I'm going to take the day off, as it were, from doing anything really, because it must get exhausting otherwise.
Yeah, it could wear. I'm basically quite busy from 7 a.m. till 12 at night.
Do you, we talked about this earlier, do you script what you're going to do, or do you wing it? I mean, do you even go into an episode or something with a vague idea as to what you want to do, or do you just launch the game, click record or stream, and then just go with it?
Most of the stuff I wing. I do kind of have an idea what I want to do. I've been kind of falling off on it, but normally I have a notepad on one of my monitors about what I want to do for the next video or next stream. Like, I need to go to my mining bases and get the ores from there. So because I'll forget, because I only play Subsistence once a week now. I'm getting old and I forget. So when a week comes around, I'm like, what was I doing?
I put Subsistence out every other day, and I have to watch the last few minutes, the signing off of my previous video, where I go, so next episode, we're going to do this. I'm like, quick, write it down. Yep. Do you game? Oh, good. I don't know where the answer to this one would be that you find the time, but do you game off camera for pleasure? I don't mean sort of the grind, setting up ready for an episode or a stream. I mean, do you get chance just to use it for relaxation, or is it now not your relaxation because you do the channel?
No, I do it sometimes to relax. But you're right. I don't have tons of time to play on my own. Like last night, my nephew and my oldest son, we played Total War Warhammer 3. So we just played all night to play that game. Every so often, I'll spend time playing like Pantheon, which is a newer MMO. So, but not too often, just because I'm usually busy doing stuff for channel or just hanging out with the wife.
And would you say you have a comfort game? Is either one of those like the one that if you do have time, you're the most likely to pick up?
Not quite. Mainly probably those two. Warhammer is not much of a comfort game. That is a very difficult game. But I guess Pantheon would be one, because you can kind of just turn your brain off and just farm mobs to get your levels.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite nice though if you can play Warhammer with your son. I mean, I've during lockdown, I bought Subsistence for the other members of the family, because it was a way that when we weren't able to meet because of all the social restrictions that were on, the various kids that had grown up and moved away, it meant that we could all come online and we all hung out and had a multiplayer together. And that was quite cool. So I had my 4 sons in and me and my husband in, and we were all able to hang out in game, which was quite cool. So yeah, it's nice if you've got something you can play with the kids, even if they're not kids anymore.
Yeah, they're definitely not kids.
If your channel had a warning label, if YouTube said, right, you need to put a warning label on, what would yours be, do you think? That's a toughie, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's a tough one. I do swear from time to time. I guess you could put that. I kind of will pop out because I'm pretty sarcastic in real life, and kind of blunt. So I might say something sarcastically that might offend someone.
You think, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Even my kids do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, they tend to copy. But I mean, I was a bit like that. I was raised in a household where we all have quite a sharp sense of humour. And I remember the first time they leave home and they go out and they use that in the outside world. And you think, no, you can't actually talk to other people like that. It's all right in the family context.
So I think my kid got one of my streams demonetized.
Really?
Because of just joking around, saying stuff like we normally would do, but apparently didn't like it.
Oh, no. Oh, that's actually quite funny. I mean, in some ways it's not, but actually that's quite funny. So have you tried to explain, or how would you explain your channel to a grandparent, to someone of the older generation? Because I mean, we're probably, I'm assuming, of a similar generation, and it's enough for us. And I think explaining it to somebody older, sort of 15, 20 years older, how would you do that?
And I just get the easy answer. I have a gaming grandma that follows me, so
oh really?
She plays games, she knows. Yeah, yeah, she's very nice.
That's excellent.
Like if I had to explain if my grandparents are still alive and I had to explain to, oh boy, I mean, I would say video games, but I might confuse them with that even. I guess I sit at a computer and play video games, talking to people, try to make money. Also just, for my generation, like for instance, my grandparents, they wouldn't understand any of it. They couldn't even understand a computer.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? When you actually start saying it out loud, it doesn't tend to make much sense anyway. I do remember saying to my kids the first time I saw them watching someone play YouTube, and playing a game on YouTube, and I'm like, so you're watching somebody play Minecraft? Yes. Well, instead of playing Minecraft yourself? Yes. Why? I can still remember asking it was 9 at the time.
I did the same thing. Why would you do that?
So do you have a goal for your channel? You said, obviously you want it to make an income, supplement your sort of what you do sort of full time. If you were to set a goal, or somebody was to sort of come and say, here's a load of money, or, here's a sponsorship, what would you want to do?
I mean, it wouldn't be much different what I'm doing. I mean, obviously I would love it where this could be my full-time job.
Yeah.
If I could stream as my full-time job, I think that would be amazing. Doing something I really like. It depends on what the sponsorship was. I mean, I probably wouldn't do much different. I would probably stream more just to make it more full-time. I don't know if I'd do anything different because I like playing the games. I like my community. Don't think there's much I would want to change.
So it'd just be the financial stability to sort of say, right, the money up front, that means I can do this more, which means I can jack my other job in or go part-time, knowing that I've got the income until such time as the channel then starts to actually make enough itself. Yeah, that's my technically ultimate goal, is basically to retire and do this full time. I don't foresee that happening, but fingers crossed. Yeah, you never know, do you? Just that one game may come out, a new thing comes out that you do, and just suddenly attracts all the attention, and yeah. So give us a surprising, a fun, or a weird fact about you IRL.
Some people know this on my channel. The ones that watch my streams. I read a lot. I'm a big reader.
When?
I know.
Oh, God. When do you read?
I'm on my 80th book this year. And but yeah, I've read like 80 books this year. My goal is to try to get 100 and read 50,000 pages.
Wow.
That's what my goal is. But yeah, reading time, breaks at work. Sometimes like on my Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, when I quit the stream earlier, I read a little bit after that, or like weekends I read.
And is that physical books or ebooks on sort of Kindle or whatever? Yeah. You see, I'm a huge bookworm. I can't afford to buy as many books, even secondhand, as I can read. I read on average at least three books a week. So it has to be electronic. It has to be Kindle Unlimited, because there is no way otherwise I can afford to read that many books.
We have a used bookstore that my wife and I go to, and I have a shirt that exactly states what I am. It says, I buy books like I'm immortal. I can't read them enough. We went, I think in 2 weeks, about 22 books. It's just, yeah.
But it's great. It opens up it's just your imagination, I think. I reckon that all of my vocabulary and everything about my imagination came from having been an avid bookworm since the age of about 5 or 6. I was reading whatever was available in the house. Well, there you go. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate you taking the time to come in and hang out, especially when you have. Where did you find the time? I'm just absolutely amazed that you could manage to that much work and all the streaming and the stuff that you do for the channel and all the reading, and you even managed to find time to remember that you have a wife. I mean, it's quite miraculous, really.
I know. She won't let me forget.
Good on her. Good on her. Well, yeah, thank you for coming. I've really enjoyed getting to know you a little bit better. That's been really cool. I will drop the links to your channel down below. Everybody make sure you go and sub. I'm sure you're subbed to him already, but if you're not, please go check out his channel. Huge variety. You will find something there to watch and enjoy. And I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.